Hello everyone, we are from Dr. Etta's marketing research class. Our research project topic is Nike and the correlation between their brand and a meaningful consumer experience. Here we have myself, Natalie, and group members Brittany, Ryan, and Simran. To begin, we want to show you an image and see how it resonates with you. Please take a moment and look at this image. Do you recognize this logo? Of course you do. Nike is a worldwide athletic brand that has made itself known all around the world. The Nike swoosh is one of the most recognized logos out there and represents more than just a brand. To explain, we will first begin to dive into the background of Nike. Nike is definitely known as the world's most valuable sports brand. Their brand value is worth $15 million and is growing every day. What makes them so appealing to consumers? Nike's target market is ages 15 to 45, and due to the more of a younger crowd indulging in their brand today, we begin to ask how is it that Nike can specifically target Gen Z? Gen Z favors companies that stand up for what they believe in, that are honest with their customers, and practice ethical and moral values. Now, we will start to go in depth with the research problem and focus of Nike. We started to think about how or why Nike has created such a large impact on its customers and the way they are drawn to their brand. Our research question is, how has Nike utilized including emotion in their ads to create meaningful experiences among Gen Z? Through our findings, we can conclude what factors influenced how Gen Z views a brand and how Gen Z views Nike as a brand from other age groups.
The conceptual model is an important aspect of beginning the research process. The dependent variables are on the left, with the arrows showing the relationships to the independent variable on the right. Nike brand perception is a variable, shown in the circle shape, and the constructs are represented in square shapes. Next, I'm going to discuss the methods that our group utilized to conduct our research. The first method that we utilized was ethnography, where we analyzed several social media groups to see what consumers were saying about the Nike brand. The social media platforms that we analyzed were Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and Reddit. The second method that we used was administering online surveys via the Qualtrics software. All of our participants were between the ages of 18 and 64, and they were all consumers that had purchased Nike products in the past.
Next, we will move on to the findings portion of our research. Our research was focused on Generation Z, which begins with those born 1995 or later. As you can see, our target audience for our online surveys was between the ages of 18 and 24, which is made up of 77% of our survey respondents. Gender was split almost evenly between males and females. We wanted to know if there was a difference between purchasing a Nike product after viewing an ad between male and female customers. The null hypothesis was that there is no difference between the male and female customers purchasing the Nike ads. The alternative hypothesis was that there is a difference between male and female customers purchasing from Nike ads. Unfortunately, there was no significant difference between males and females mean. We knew we had to look at age groups to further our research to look specifically at Generation Z. Next, we wanted to know if there was a difference in emotional reactions from Nike ads between age groups. The null hypothesis was that there was no difference in the likelihood of emotional reactions of the Nike ad between age. The alternative hypothesis was that there is a difference between the likelihood of emotional reactions of Nike ad between age. A one-way between subjects ANOVA was conducted to compare the effects of meaningful consumption experiences on Nike brand perceptions among the different age groups. The significance level was 0.041, which is lower than 0.05, and we can reject the null hypothesis and conclude that there is at least two means that are significantly different from each other. Furthermore, the Chef analysis showed us that there is no difference between the likelihood of emotional reaction between ages 35 to 44 and 45 to 64. There is a marginal difference between Nike's emotional effect between 25 to 34 and 45 to 64 age groups. Doing the ANOVA Our most important data analysis, the p-value of 0.041 means there's a significant relationship between emotional reactions from Nike ads between age. Specifically, the Colin Kaepernick advertisement was one of the most controversial and memorable advertisements, specifically for Generation Z reacting to the ad, because they relate to the brand and became more brand loyal to Nike. There's a marginal difference between the Nike's emotional effect between 25 to 34 and 45 to 64 age groups.
When doing a correlation data analysis between how likely are you to purchase Nike products after Nike's partnership with Colin Kaepernick and how likely ads will create an emotional reaction for you, we found that the significance was 0.001 and the p-value was greater than 0.05. So with a Pearson correlation with 0.355. So based off this, we were able to find that there was a positive correlation between the two variables. Now we are going to move into our discussion and conclusion. Research has shown that people are loyal to the Nike brand because of how they connect with the same morals Gen Z possesses and look for in a company to shop at. These include passion, honesty, and vulnerability. In conclusion, this is important because we are researching what we could tell to managers at Nike to create marketing strategies. Nike has succeeded in using emotion in their advertisements. It shows what Nike morals are and makes customers trust their brand more. Our research was conducted to prove that there was a relationship between being emotionally influenced by Nike ads and being likely to buy after the partnership with Colin Kaepernick. We have succeeded in prove our hypothesis.